The veneer of a new season is gone as we hit the middle third of the schedule. It's away here in Week 7. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Play action now for Herbert. And he nearly gave it away to start this game. Almost an interception, but instead a gift. They get it back for 2nd down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They go play action. Here's Herbert. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Okay, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Chargers will have a 1st. First carry here for the rookie out of Texas A&M. Past the 20. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take a 6-0 lead right away. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Right there to tack on the point after. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Kickoff taken at the 13. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
From the 32. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. They'll try and throw it here. marker. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Play action on 1st down. That one's complete, right side. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. And stop coming from Henry To'o.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
And that hit stops him in his tracks. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Looking for Malik Neighbors that time. So that brings up 4th down. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Herbert now. Finds a seam down the middle. Pushing it up past the 30. The 50. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, kid, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Well, so much for seeing a safety, Brock. Things have totally changed now on 1st and 10 across midfield. Herbert now off the play fake. This finds Likely. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And they bring him to a stop, but this run gets him into the red zone down to the 15. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. Caught near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Those routes across the field become oh so dangerous the longer that play progresses. It gives him more time to get free, wiggle away from that man-to-man coverage. With enough time, it's almost inevitable he'll find enough space for a completion.
Jacobs will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Chargers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Has it at the 11. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Short pass caught by his tight end. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's a give up the middle. And he fights his way forward to get this to the 45. Managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, I don't call that look at all kick downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Caught out left. And he'll be brought down a step or 2. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
The best defenses, you can go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. 2nd and manageable. He's throwing. Quick slant, caught by Neighbors. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the 1st quarter. It's a 2-score game early. We're back to SoFi right after this. Time for our second quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone. Goal to go. It's a pass play. Catch is made in close. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Offense up to the line fast. They'll pass on 3rd and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Kicking team on to try the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. Oh, he eats a hit to bring an end to that return right near the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that 1st down. They go play action on 1st. Complete out to the right. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Running on 1st here with Jacobs. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They go play action here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And they're gonna be stuck with a 4th and long. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Dumped off to his running back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Now they'll throw out of the gun. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. So now it's 2nd and long.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Second and 15. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Slot receiver headed left. 3rd and long for him here. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. So no return on that punt. And the Chargers are going to take over deep in their own territory. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Another try following the sack. Looking right, and he finds him. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st.
But we have seen the value of a big, physical tight end. Just like that. Those post routes downfield, so hard to defend. The great tight ends, the physical tight ends, it's almost as if they're posting up on the low block in basketball, and you can't get around them.
They're going play action. Stake. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And this will come from just inside his end zone. And this is a worm burner. He did not hit that one well. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. No return on that punt. And the Cowboys will take over with some excellent field position. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Play action on first down. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one misses the tight end. And now it's second down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
Well, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
They're going to throw it on third and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play. And the Chargers get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. All right, defense did its job. Forced the offense into a third and long, and that, in large part, partner, led to that interception.
Such a dichotomy, Kate, in so many ways. Offensively, we hear all the time what? Stay on schedule, avoid these situations. Defensive coaches, you know what they say, earn the right to rush the passer, earn the right to make them one-dimensional, and when you do, go pay it off. And they did in the biggest of ways with that huge INT.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A pickup there of 33 yards. And it brings up an LA first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 29. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Chargers will have a first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found a little room to turn it into a nice gain down to the 6. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Turning to Jacobs on third. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers parlay the interception into points. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. He fields it from the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll be looking at some decent field position. He's out of bounds up towards the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop it behind the line. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. And it's the Cowboys. Behind the sticks on 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Chargers are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
All in left side. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
From the red zone now. And this is going to be an LA touchdown. The Chargers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one splits the uprights, and the Chargers stretch their lead to 21. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Fielded at the 7. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
And a solid gain gets them across the 45 before he goes out. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. He'll throw it into the hands of Neighbors. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Throwing it again here. He sends this one to the end zone. They connect on the deep shot. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys chop some of the lead off before the half. They'll try this extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys get it back to a 14-point game.
Cowboys 14.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And look at this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. That's 16 on the pickup. And it brings up an LA first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return starts at the 9. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to the air here. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big 34-yard pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn good play into a great play.
And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. Back to the well again. And he gets this forward to the 19. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First down, and they go right back to it. And he drives this forward to the 6. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Back-to-back carries here. And they'll bring him down after an all-right game.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Cowboys cut into the lead coming out of halftime. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. His return starts at the 5. A little revenge there from the coverage team after they gave up a pretty nice return. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. It's incomplete. Risky throw to the sideline. They're lucky that defender didn't keep on going down the sideline there. It's going to be 2nd down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
New set of downs for him from the 46. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs.